What's up, everybody? Welcome back, RK Rottweilers. We appreciate you tuning back as usual. If you're loving any of the content, digging anything, hit that subscribe button. So I'm gonna let you guys in today. That sun kind of sucks like that, huh? Yeah, come on out, Bubba. And we are going to, I gotta get his collar. I need your collar, dude. We got to get safety rail built for one of the pens that I have, one of the indoor pens. I'm basically going to turn it into a whelping box. I already have one that I custom made a while back. Really nice wood one. But I have 2 litters coming at the same time. So that isn't going to work. And neither one of these females is too fond of other people being around their babies. It's just how it is. So I just gotta grab this collar real quick for this big guy. He's gonna go with me to the parts store. I like to get him out a little bit. Move. Oh, you ready? Huh? Are you ready? I know you are. Come on. Where are you going? You going without me? Huh? So a lot of you guys may wonder too, why do I only take him places? That's true to a point. I do take the girls places too. Just not as much where it's so much interaction with people, because get back, come here, little knucklehead. You're a little turd, you know that? Huh? Almost on my way to make him get back and wait, but he gets so excited to jump in there. Back to it. So I don't take some of the females around where there's a lot of people, especially the older females, because everybody wants to touch on them, play with them, you know, love on them, which is great. I like to socialize them, but at the same time, my older females that either are pregnant, are on their way to get pregnant, or, you know, just could be eligible to get pregnant, things like that. I don't want people passing anything along to them, put it like that. Yes, people can do that to dogs, just like they can do it to each other. So just like you got to worry about are people washing their hands when they make contact with you, you have to worry about the same thing when it comes to your dogs. And that's especially true in the vet's office, because not only are the vets in there handling all the other dogs, so are the people that are in there. Why are they in there? Does their dog have something? Can it be passed to my dog? So you have to just be careful with all that stuff, especially when you're breeding, you know, and doing what we're doing out here. This is such a long-term investment, what we're doing. And as you can see, headed back to the parts store because we have to spend more money. So that's another thing. It's a constant influx of cash into the business, right? And believe it or not, I haven't seen any profit off of this yet. And I've been doing it for some years now, a few years now. And that's because everything that I do make, I put right back into it. The day will come. The day will come. I'm in no rush. I'm in this for the long haul. I do it for the babies. I'm not in it for the money, not at this point. That day may come, who knows? But we're gonna get over here to the parts store. You can see him, big old fat head out. I love how people slow down when we go past them, or they pull up on the side of us. They just sit there and stare at him. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. He's a beautiful boy, and he's very well mannered and well trained too. So that's another reason. Some of my females, they can get a little unruly. They don't want to listen as much. I'm tugging on their choke collar a little too much, and I don't want to be tugging on them around the store. With this guy, I can tuck his leash under his collar. He'll just follow me wherever I go. Unless one of the ladies is trying to ham it up with him, then he'll definitely, go over to them and get his love. But he's not done. So we're going to get all these parts and everything, and then we'll tap back in, and I'll let you see what it is that I'm creating. I basically had to kind of just manufacture this out of my head. Kind of a simple design, but I think it's going to work pretty well, and it's going to be mobile so that I can take it in and out, because this isn't like a full-time whelping box that I'm using, so we're just kind of using what we have to get to where we need to be, right? So we'll tap back in with you guys shortly. What you doing, Mama? You're such a good boy. Yeah, sit down. We ain't going nowhere yet. We're just waiting. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. He just hangs out. He just loves being with Dad. He's a good boy. I love having him in here. All right, let's get the rest of our pieces. What are you doing, Venus? All right, guys, so we're back. I went and got everything that I needed. Brought in a couple helpers, as you can see. A couple of my girls. I just brought them in too, so they're pretty rowdy. They'll calm down here in a minute. So I was gonna kind of set up a tripod like I did when I was working on the kennels, but it's gonna be a little bit more than what I was expecting. Just time consuming, because I got, I'm gonna be bouncing a lot of numbers around in my head for, measurements and cuts and all that good stuff. Like the good carpenters say, measure twice, cut once, right? Because this stuff ain't cheap no more. Although I was able to get all these products that I needed for a pretty good price, which was way better than trying to buy another whelping box or even make one like the other one that I made, because that actually costed a little bit in wood. Hey, leave my curtain alone, you little fart. Huh, you're just bad. Look at you two. Look at you two, huh? Just bad. Look, moving the bed. Jeez. You two are huge. Get away from me. So, as you can see, we got our PVCs. We got all the good stuff we need here. And then pretty much that's where we're putting the safety rail around that. We're going to turn that into a nice little whelping box. So that's what we're doing here. Probably kick on some videos. I got to have a little TV. Basically turn this into my other whelping room, temporary, just for when I have more than one litter. So I'll show you guys the actual whelping room that's dedicated to that 100% once we get done. And yeah, once I get done with everything, I'll tab back in and I'll start to let you guys see everything. All right, we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, so we have finished product. It came out pretty good. It came out pretty good, I think. Let you guys check it out. Boom, there she is. All right, so got the measurements in there pretty good, so it's nice and tight in there. Yeah. And these long pieces, these things will break down right there at the corner so that I can put it back up and put it in the closet when I'm done. Pretty sturdy too. Yeah, like the little feet. Came out pretty good. Came out pretty good. There was a little time when I was a little discouraged because it just didn't work exactly how I had it in my head. Projects like that seem to go that way. You just you think that you have it all figured out, and then you have to readjust. So I was a little discouraged for a minute. The feet that I had on there were really cool. They came down into like a little, little curve, and it looked really cool, but it lifted that up too high to where it wouldn't have served its purpose. So I had to just simplify the feet, which is okay. Yeah, I just kept pushing through. I had to remodify because I didn't, I just had this all in my head on how I thought it should look and how it should go. So sometimes you do that and it works. Sometimes, you know, you have to just keep readjusting. It is what it is. My little helpers, they didn't help too much. They just grabbed pieces of the PVC and just shredded it into just god-awful amounts of little plastic everywhere. And then they got up and left my room smelling like dog. So they didn't help out much, but it was good to have them around. They're fun. They are. So that's it. That's it. That's the whelping room, the temporary. So I gotta have a little entertainment, because I will be, and this is the full-time whelping room over here, connected by a nice little Jack and Jill bathroom. As you can see, a little bit bigger bed. Got the whelping box here that we built back in Colorado. So you got the little safety rails in there. Just kind of a different style. It works really well though, and it's really sturdy. It's all wood, but it has so many coats of paint on it, we're able to clean it really well. And of course, gotta have a little TV in here too, right? So, why the beds, why the TVs, all that good stuff? Because I will actually be down here with them, you know, a few days before they're born until they're at least 3 weeks old, when they can start, when they're, you know, mobile and they can get out of mom's way. That's pretty much when I don't sleep in the same room with them anymore. But even then, we still have cameras and stuff that we have up. So it's pretty hard work actually, you know, because I'm with them 24/7, you know. And then when I'm not, my wife just watches them on the camera while she's working, and maybe I go take a nap or something, because they can have you up all night too. So yep, 2 litters on the way, guys. Just so you know, if you guys are looking for one, of course, these Butler Kennel Bloodlines, no joke, everything I have is 100% Butler Kennels. I know a lot of people on this page, you know, came over from Butler, and they're just kind of watching us and him and everything else. You know, Tony's my brother, love him to death. But yeah, we definitely have 2 litters coming. So if you guys are ready, you guys are wanting a puppy, make sure you give us a call. Reach out to us. We'll get you guys set up and get you going. 303-250-5669. You know, you can text me, call me direct. You could hit me on the Facebook Messenger, you know, any of that. I just don't discuss business on open feeds, like, you know, the comment boxes and things like that. I don't do that. I never have. Facebook, YouTube, it doesn't matter. Give me a call. I'd rather talk to you, you know, get to know me, get to know you, you know, make sure that everybody's happy, get some ha-ha, hee-hees, and then, you know, get you set up and get you secured for a puppy. All right, so that's it for today, guys. We really appreciate you, and make sure you tune in on the next one. We'll see you then. Peace.